What's up guys, it's DaYDreaMz back at it again with another video here at 10 a.m. in the morning. I have not slept. I was up all night. As you know, I posted a video at 4 a.m. So, as you guys know that we had the live stream. I was a little bit too tired to live stream it, but I did record it for you guys. So, let me just give you a little backstory on what you're about to see. I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and the title already, so you're thinking, wow, this is pretty insane. So, they have 3 Prestige 5 castles. One is around 40 million power, one is around 29 million power, and the other is around like 24 million power. And then they also have like one Prestige 4 that is around 20 million power with the Jester buff. And then they had probably another 20 level 30s ranging from Prestige 1 to Prestige 3, and at least 3 or 4 Prestige 3s. And then the rest were 26 and up, between 26 and 29. Not many 29s, actually, mostly like 26. You know, a few casual players, but even their casual players were all 26s. Like, this is a no-joke alliance that we were up against, guys, and I just want you to take that into consideration when you see how we played for the first, especially the first 30 minutes of this match. We were on point. It seems like the Prestige 5s finally, it was like they took our plays out of our playbook and started to use what we do against us. So, you know, a couple of our members made key mistakes, which is when you get zeroed, you shield up or you random teleport away, guys. Remember that. Shield up or random teleport. Don't lose the game for your team. I'm not going to give it away for you guys. I'm trying to leave this as a surprise, but you're going to notice at a certain point in the game when things either swing in our direction or their direction, and when they swing in our direction, you'll see why, and when they swing in their direction, you will also see why. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you smash the like button. This is the first serious war video I've done in a while, and you know, we just remember, guys, that I don't really believe in moral victories, but when we don't have any Prestige 5s right now, we were missing Belith because he went to help Saz. So we're missing probably our best skill player, our best all-round skill player. We're missing him. Bowsy, he had a bonfire late last night, so he wasn't here this morning. Gorgereyu, we're missing probably 5 or 6 of our 30s. And they have literally every one of their 30s, because they're all Chinese. They're not from different parts of the world. They all talk to each other. They all know, hey, Dragon Campaign, 10 p.m. Chinese Standard Time, make sure you're there. And they know that. With us, we've got people in Korea, Japan, United States, England, India, Turkey, everywhere. That's another one we were missing, is Yenisari. I mean, we were missing probably 6 or 7 of our 30s. They had all their 30s, plus 3 Prestige 5s, Prestige 4 over 20 million power. I mean, guys, when you take all this into consideration, we did absolutely amazing. And I'm very proud of everyone who was doing real good. I'm going to be making some roster changes. I'm going to be kicking a couple people out. I'm not going to put them on blast, but you'll probably see them in the video making the key errors. And, you know, I believe in giving people second chances, and this was their second chance. They actually have done this before, where they just go AFK in the middle of a F-bomb Dragon Campaign, and it just sucks, man, because we all work so hard and put in so many speed-ups and gold. I mean, I don't even want to know the gold. I know that I spent 400 hours in speed-ups. I don't want to know what Eric and Ghetto Blonde and Painkiller spent. So, yeah, guys, smash that like button. Make sure you share this with everyone. This is a guide on how to beat Prestige 5s, because, you know, regardless of the outcome, you'll see that we came out firing hot, and, you know, we had them on their heels real bad. I mean, we were just like a couple players away, man. Just a couple players. And that's why it sucks that Belith went to help Saz, because if Belith was here, then just go ahead and have a watch, guys. I'll see you at the end of the video. I'll talk again.
eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? can't look you in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive. Now when I look in your I feel paralyzed.
This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for stars. I wonder where you are.
Okay guys, so now that you've seen the video, you can see why I'm mounting frustration. Just remember that the reason I told everyone to call it quits is because we were still burning a lot of speed ups hoping that we could win, but really at about 50 minutes in or 45 minutes in, you'll notice that I started calling for the rally on the dragon or the crystal building in the middle, because that gives double points for all buildings, and they really weren't beating us too bad on the castle hits, because that's how you get like a point for every hit. We were farming their small castles. They weren't really farming ours until the end, and right about that time it really went bad on us, because we actually did get a rally on the crystal tower, but only 3 of us joined the rally and we still won. But the problem is that then that prestige 5 noticed his mistake, that he had teleported and left it empty, and then he sent, you know, a few marches and it was donezo. So okay, and we had Big Chill not here. He's finally here. Let me go ahead and just tell. So I'm just telling everybody, listen guys, I spent 400 hours in speed ups. Get out of there when you cannot come back any further. I believe in comebacks, but you know, once you get down past that like 500 point range in the final hour, you know it's going to be iffy when you see that they're finally starting to get their stuff together. You know, a lot of times you can take people out early and get like set a tone and stay on them and keep them pressured and keep Guys, when you're playing Prestige 5s, listen, you can't battle the Prestige 5s. You'll notice that whenever the Prestige 5 challenged me, I pulled my troops out. The reason being is that it's pointless to, you know, fight a losing battle, basically. Ghetto Blonde, she was holding the Tower of Blessings because we couldn't let them have both Tower of Blessings. I'm trying to do a little strategy guide for you guys here. We couldn't give up both Tower of Blessings because that gives an attack buff. And the Prestige 5s and those 30s with attack buffs, it's just going to make it even worse on us. So Ghetto Blonde had that million troops in there, holding it down the whole game. Congratulations to Ghetto Blonde. She did really good. She held up so many attacks against that Prestige 5. And then she kept taking out people. Eric was an absolute monster. You need one of your best players to roam like that. Preferably like your second biggest castle. Like if we had Slayer there to hold down the center, and then we could have someone like Eric roam and take out people, or I could too. Even with Prestige 1 castle, I can take out people. And then you can have your small 26s, and we even have a few 22s that know what they're doing, so I allow them to come here. But normally, if I didn't have trust in the smaller castles like DM, Defense Minister, and some of the other guys, Hottie and them, if I didn't have confidence in them and knowing that they know to shield, I would never let 22s come. But here's the thing that 22s can do. If they follow the roamer, I mean, like Eric does, did you see how he took out those castles? Well, the strategy there that we have is that Eric takes out all the castles with his Prestige 4 troops, and then we send our 22s and 26s in to send horses at them, and they just pile on the points real fast, so you get tons and tons of points. So that's when we were in the lead and we were doing really good. But then it started slipping that they started to do it to ours as well. And at that time, guys, you'll notice we thought there were only 2 Prestige 5 castles. I even said it on Facebook or Twitter. I said we're facing 2 Prestige 5s, wish us luck, it's probably going to be a massacre, but if it isn't, I'll go ahead and record it. Well, at that time, that's when the third Prestige 5 showed up. And when the third Prestige 5 showed up, guys, remember, 2 Prestige 5s can only hold 10 buildings. Now, if they hold, even with the Crystal Building and 10 buildings, that's less than half of the buildings, right? So, even with the double points, as long as we're getting points off of their partners, and they can't move because they're stuck in those 10 buildings, then they can't do anything. But when the third Prestige 5 showed up, and then they had 15 buildings, which is over half, we're screwed, guys. I mean, what can we do? So we had to keep putting the pressure on them, and we had to that's my fault. When I noticed that third Prestige 5, I still had hope that we could keep farming the small guys, and I kept Eric there. I should have, the second I saw the third Prestige 5, I should have called Eric back to the middle and started setting the big rallies then, 5 rallies at a time, everyone joining the rallies, and then just filling all the buildings up across the map. But the problem is that we just do not have enough people on paying attention. So some things have to happen in Kingdom 440, and for LoK to be super successful in the Dragon campaign, I'm thinking that we're going to need a merger with another alliance. I'm not sure who yet. You know, I'll have to talk to some people, but we're going to need, like, you know, at least 5 or 6 more 30s, and we could be very, very competitive, like top 100. No problem, we can make that 64 cut. I promise you. We were to the top 100 before I messed up and forgot to sign us up for the frickin' Dragon campaign. So, yeah, guys, I am super tired. My, like, heart's pounding. I have not slept in 24 hours. My hair is a mess. I'm just, I'm exhausted, so I hope you guys appreciate that I stayed up to get this up for you guys. I'm uploading it right now, so well, of course you know that because I'm in the video. I'm delirious. I'm gonna get off here before I sound like too much of an idiot. Destroy that like button, guys, and destroy the share button because it was a biatch getting this up for you guys. Peace.